Indianapolis is both the capital and the largest populated city in the state of Indiana. And welcome to part 4 of Synagogues of Indiana. You will notice in this map that many of the Jewish sites are located in the same close area. It is primarily on the north side of the city. There are also a handful of synagogues in the northern suburb of Carmel. So let's take a look at the first synagogue on our list. This is the Indianapolis Hebrew Congregation, a Reformed temple. This congregation has had a place to pray ever since 1858. This current site was erected in 1958, 100 years later. Its spiritual leader is Senior Rabbi Brett Kritchever, and it also has an associate rabbi, Scott Fox. The congregation has also employed a female cantor for more than 30 years. Shabbat or Sabbath services are held both Friday nights and Saturday mornings. So now let's take a look at our next synagogue on our list. This is the current home of Congregation Sharei Tefillah. It is a conservative congregation in Carmel, a suburb just to the north of Indianapolis. This is a relative latecomer, organizing in 1992 as a congregation. The congregation moved into this building in 2007. Rabbi Benjamin Sendro has been its spiritual leader since 2010. There is a regular minyan on Friday nights and Saturday mornings, as well as Monday and Wednesday evenings. This appears to be their previous location. But let's turn our attention to the next synagogue on our list. This pond is hiding congregation Bethel Tzedek. It is affiliated with both conservative and Reconstructionism. The congregation goes all the way back to 1915 when it was first started as Bethel. In 1928 it merged with Ohev Tzedek and took on its current name of Bethel Tzedek. This current location was dedicated in 1958. It conducts regular services both Friday night and Saturday morning, and there is also a weekday daily minyan in the morning, along with Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturday afternoon services. The senior rabbi is Dr. Dennis C. Sasso, and the assistant rabbi is Hal Shevitz. This overhead shot gives you an idea of the scope of the congregational campus. Housed on this site is also their Gallery of Judaica, one-stop shopping managed by the Sisterhood of Congregation Bethel Tzedek, with more than 10,000 unique items. Hey, guess what? This was the site of their previous location further south into the city. Although it has a vagueness to it, this looks like Jewish stars etched into the vertical stone columns. Let's wave goodbye and go on to our next synagogue. This is Eitz Chaim Sephardic Congregation of Indianapolis. It is an Orthodox synagogue. Services are conducted on a daily basis, but apparently only in the morning. The two Orthodox synagogues are within close proximity, and the area has a Shabbat Eruv. This permits those who practice strict observance of the Sabbath to carry within designated boundaries outdoors. The congregation lists Itamar Cohen as their resident chazan or cantor, but do not seem to list a rabbi as spiritual leader. Let's take a look at the site that they held until just a few years ago. Quite nondescript, but it served a purpose. So let's take a look at the other Orthodox congregation in Indianapolis. This is Congregation B'nai Torah. Since 2008, its spiritual leader has been Rabbi Yisrael Gettinger. Back in 1957, two Orthodox congregations merged. One was the United Hebrew Congregation and the other Central Hebrew Congregation. United Hebrew had been founded in 1903, while Central Hebrew had been in 1923. With the merger came a new name, B'nai Torah, or the Children of Torah. This building was dedicated in 1967. The congregation conducts morning and evening services on a daily basis. Here you are looking at a previous site for Central Avenue Hebrew Congregation. It is at 21st and Central. This puts it further south into what had one time been the Jewish section. Let's take a good look all around this building from different angles. So now we go from the old to the more modern. The city of Indianapolis also has a JCC, or a Jewish Community Center. We take a look from afar. Its sprawling facility. This JCC shares 60 acres of land that was purchased by the Jewish Federation of Indianapolis in 1948. Housed in their own buildings in this tract of land are the Jewish Board of Education, Jewish Community Relations Council, and Congregation Bethel Tzedek. And let's take a look at our final Jewish communal institution. This capital city of Indiana also has its own Jewish day school. You are looking at the Hanson Hebrew Academy. Classes are taught to students all the way through 8th grade, broken up between elementary and middle school divisions. From the big white sign on the front lawn, there also appears to be a separate program run for those who wish to come to afternoon classes after a day at public school. Finally, there is also a Chabad Lubavitch housed in a brand new building in Carmel, the north suburb. However, Google Street Views has not yet caught up with it. So that's it for Indianapolis. More Synagogues of Indiana episodes to come. Bye for now and see you real soon.